golden, right here, bear here, bear here.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Right here, ride.
Gary Rodeo. And look at that throw. When the throw spins, a cowboy gets added points for a spin like that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look out, Bill, look out. He's mad as you. Wow. You've got it. He throws port side, too. One of the few successful left-handed ropers in the business. He's not going to waste any time. He's got that cap, flanking. Always pulling the slack out of the rope. Bobby Ragsdale, ladies and gentlemen, very...
It's a challenge, you know, and that more than anything else is what excites me, you know, is pitting my mind and my body against the elements, you know.
Woo! Oh, damn. Get with me.
I love competition.
Turn to have on you. He's moving down on stopping. There he goes. He's coming down. He's coming down. And she was last year's California champion, ladies and gentlemen. Sherry Scheidel. Used to be very familiar sight in the CTA, running the barrel. It's all right. It didn't go down. Let's see what the stopwatch recorded on that one. Wow. 16-6. 16-6 for Sherry Scheidel.
It's still humans competing against animals. Although we compete against one another, we're kind of bound together the fact that we do have the animal to conquer.
Cowboys are independent people.
The score of the horses, the Cowboys' 2 qualified rides today is all. Okay, Crazy Legs Goodrich. He won the grandstand. Let's see if he convinced the judges. 65 points for Gary Goodrich.
There's 2 judges at most rodeos, and each judge scores both the animal and the rider according to both performance. You score both of them from 1 to 25. 25 is perfect, and usually 15 is an average. You know, an average ride is 15, and then you either go down or up according to their performance. Same with the animal. Say in the horse riding, in the bareback riding, the horse is marked according to how hard he bucks. The higher he kicks, the more action he has, twisting, turning. Usually if they come around in a circle instead of going out straight, or if they go into a spin, they're marked higher because they're harder to stay with, a lot more power and strength. And all this you take into consideration and kind of let your computer in your head add it all up, and it'll give you a figure. And the same with the rider. The rider is mostly all the ride. You know, how good they spur you. The higher in the neck and the more drag they get with their spurs is the higher their score.
Your bucking horse will work maybe, figuring the 8 to 10 seconds he's used in a rodeo, he might work 10 minutes in a year. So it's actually a better life than being a saddle horse.
Really?
It's a far easier life on them.
The American Humane Society works very, very closely with the Rodeo Cowboys Association just to assure the general public that we're not hurting the animals, which they're not. One lady called me up when I was on a talk show one time. She asked me why why I was promoting a sport like this and when it was so inhumane and everything. And I just said to her, I said, "Have you ever eaten a piece of meat?"
For Jeff Copenhagen, 14, so things really changing around. The leader, when we began here, was Keen Wright with 41.8. But he's gone way back as Bob Ragsdale and staying harder than Jeff Copenhagen. The first three open for Jeff Copenhagen. 14 seconds flat gives him a total time on his three cars here of 41 and 4/10 seconds. 30 years.
JC, I want to see you kick his head off.
Well, here's a former college champion in this time there. J.C. Trujillo, Prescott, Arizona. He's in Western Shop Youth. He was the championship while riding for Arizona State University at Tennessee.
Too long or not? Come on, JC!
Pretty fast horse, and I could have rode him better. I should have rode him better, but so, you know.
Well, the guys, the way I see it, the guys are they're more educated boys in rodeo anymore, and they teach it in these colleges. Just about the main 5 events, and those guys, them days, most of the guys that learned anything much about rodeo was guys that raised on ranches. But nowadays, it's a different story altogether. Guys raised in the city, never seen a ranch, and turn out to be damn tough rodeo hands, and they teach it in those colleges, and they learn it the right way.
Weigh almost 300 pounds on an average, and some of them, like this one, Mike Morris, that really pick them up and lay them down running down through the arena. A lot of trouble getting everything smoothed out there. 19 seconds flat. No money for Mike Morris. Bob Ragsdale, Chowchilla, California. He's in second place in the calf roping championship race, third in the steer wrestling, and the leader in overall prize money, 16.3 is what he has to have. Well, I think it's easy to see the skill and the style that has made Bob Ragsdale the world's #1 cowboy this year. Winston's scoreboard tells us he has tied his calf in 11 and 7/10 seconds, 11-7.
Well, first of all, you need to have a good horse, and then there's just a lot of timing involved. It takes just a lot of practice. When you tie a calf in 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 seconds, it happens on reflexes. So many things happen that you really don't have time to think it all out as it goes along. So that's why we try to practice as much as we possibly can, because it does just happen on reflexes. Good horse, just good timing, and draw a good calf is a combination to become a winner in the calf roping.
Bob is making a barrier. There's our next cowboy moving moving down. Hit Campbell with Cowboy trying to bring that steer to a stop. He's got to bring it to a stop. Then they've got to move that steer's head all the way around, and they've got to have all four legs and the head pointing in the same direction he does it.
You might compare it to, I think, like skiing or I've never done any parachute jumping, but something like that where it's kind of a free feeling to leave the horse and not really have anything in your hands.
There's great demand for the use in order to be another cowboy. Jim Warren, and you can see the first thing that Warren did when he got up was look back at the chute, and waiting for him was the bad news by Gary Lefew, the barrier judge. A 10-second penalty must be added to the time. 15 and 8/10 seconds, including the climb.
I took the start I wanted. It was just too quick.
Yeah.
I didn't break it by much, just a little bit, but, just a little bit's too much.
What's that? Is that,
well, that's just, well, it's dirt from the steer's nose. What you try to do is reach and get them real deep, and then as you throw them down, you keep that nose back out here more, and you get sort of a twisting motion through the steer's back. You see sometimes you'll see guys take the steer's nose around like this. Well, you don't get that clean fall that way. You get just kind of a flat fall.
Nope, just the one anymore. We had a bunch of bikers. We had bikers this year. Everything's been going for us. Nope.
Oh, back off, Jack.
They're trying to get ready. Sometimes the hardest part is to tell someone to open the gate.
But the real value of these communities cannot be measured. There is no way to place the dollar value on the business Congress but affect the youth recreation program so serve the better citizens of our community and of our nation.
The hardest part is probably this. It took me a long time to put my own makeup on. Just to, and I don't care how long I've been doing it for going 4 years, I have not got it on right. The wife even says I'm sloppy. This is an expensive wig, but my wife bought it for 75 cents at a flea market, so, and then I'm just happy-go-lucky, ready to go.
Of course, trying to be a clown and a funny man, it's to make people laugh, and it's not easy to do sometimes. Of course, during the bull riding, I don't think about comedy as much because my job gets a little more serious, trying to divert the bulls away from the fallen cowboys. I use my body more than anything as a moving target,
And in third place today, 608-17-2.
Well, yeah, that's one reason why I do it. I love bulls, love to get on them. Can't get on enough of them. If I get on one every day, that wouldn't be enough.
It's still that stirs the old adrenaline to get on those bulls. I don't care if you're winning, losing, or just doing it for a weekend hobby. You just can't hardly get away from that adrenaline.
You'd have to try it. It's a real sensation. I couldn't explain it to you. It's just like, it's just being on top of the world.
Now leave it up over there, Clayman.
Oh, Lord, get me out of this one and get myself out of the next 10.
Don't leave it to story. They'll never get it
I
away.
think I'm kidding. They don't realize I'm really fucking serious. I'm nervous.
Bull riding time now, and Larry Clayman and John Taylor will finally do something useful, and that's making this success.
Bear down, Clayman. Larry, bear down. We need you. Bear down now.
Identical scores with 74 points by King Bob, and Rick and there goes to Larry Davis at 66, Pat Stake 67, Jim Happy and Gregory Hancock tied 62 points, 52 entries, one chance to ride, $2,400. There are 6 money says here. All right. Larry Clayman to protect the rider, John Taylor to cheer for Larry Clayman.
Okay, AJ. Bear down, Jack.
Kelly gets that wrapped around his hand and then very
Do it, Jack. Ride him, Jack. Hook up, ride him now. There you go. Hook up now. Bear down.
Jack Kelly, dear Larry.
If you don't believe in yourself, you're going to get bucked off. You've got to believe in yourself. I can do it. These guys come around here, oh, I can't do it. I got a bad back. I can't do it because I got a bad elbow. You know what I do? I says, you ain't nothing wrong with you. I says, you're not crippled. Your mind is, but your body isn't. What do you mean? They want to fight. I says, shoot, I'll pull off my wooden leg and beat you over the head with it. I can't really show you much more than that. It's just a plain old wooden leg, you know.
But was there anything special that was done to this so that you could ride? I mean, is that both a riding leg and a walking?
No, sir. I can hardly walk in it. It's made primarily for riding.
All when a bull comes out and goes into a spin usually is in the bull riding is your rankest bulls to ride, because it's every round you have to gain your balance again. You have to move in there, and you got to make moves and counter moves that overcome their power. And there's really a lot goes on there that you really don't notice until a lot of times. If you ever see a bull in slow motion or a bull ride in slow motion, you'd be amazed at how much action, how much power there is, and all the moves that a bull rider has to make to ride a bull like this.
Well, we've got so many heads and we can't see who's in this dude right now. Need to get the timers, boys. It's the world champion, bull rider, John Queen. What do you say, Jack? You're saying it's leaking, then you wait a few minutes. Back in 6th place this year. There are 18 tickets left for that car. Anyone want tickets while they're still here? Hold on, right now. Anyone want to buy another ticket for $1? They're not free, Taylor. Get your hands up, anyone. Larry Clayman in the third time will take bids on the ticket. We have a shoe policeman back up 92 people who have no business behind the shoes. Drivers can't speak with that. You can end up riding 15 or 16 seconds.
Bear down,
always emphasized a lot on the mental part, where they always thought before it was just a matter of all physical strain.
Right.
I mean, just cut and dry. I mean, you either had it or you didn't have it, you know, and they didn't think there was a mental aspect to rodeo. They didn't feel it was that way, but it's as much that way as it is physical.
And all it was a psychological approach.
Whenever I think about a bull, I want to think about all the good things I want to happen. I want to form a picture of myself riding him and making the whistle and winning a lot of money.
What motivates me is that I have a goal, and I want to become the world's champion bull rider, you know.
Psychological bull rider.
Oh yeah, I knew I'd be the champion before I ever won it.
Okay, HB. Let's do things right. Take care of another rope and try again. Clear down, HB. 10 days without any rest.
Hold on, just a second.
Get him back. Get him back.
Okay, let's get out of there.
Get over there. Get over in there. Go on, HP, go on, get over there.
Oh, HP. You really get on something rank, and you get that thumb out here, you push it in your hand. I've broke mine twice. Same deal, just having it pop off and then pushing on it, you know. You take that wrap snug and then just push it around your back. You just run your hand in right there. There's no way to hang out.
Just over that knuckle right there.
How was the ride?
Wasn't much.
Look good. Right here.
Look good from here.
Get my hang.
How's his hanging glass?
Yeah, right there. It's after the whistle.
Huh?
It's after the whistle, so it didn't hurt you.
He didn't do nothing.
Looked pretty good. Really good. Looked real good. Jump and kick, kind of come back under himself out there. He just kind of jump and kick and come back under himself out there, you know.
Yeah, man.
What do you do now?
Go home.
Toto, stand up. Stand up.
The Catalyst Cable Origination Network is a service of Catalyst Communications, Yellow Springs, Ohio.